There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our mind.
Good morning, Edison Eagles. This is Dr. Lee, and I have guests with me, Ms. Mendez and Coach Thies. The reason I played that song this morning, if you've seen the movie The Martian, is last week, the rover from the United States just landed on Mars. It's called Perseverance, and it landed on Mars. And it turns out that in that rover, there was actually cameras that were from San Diego that were on that rover. How cool is that, guys? You're like somehow part of history. All right, it's time for the pledge.
Please stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much.
It's now time for our joke of the day. This week, our joke question is, have you heard of the guy who cut off the left side of his body? He is all right now. Get it? All right. Thank you, Sophia from Miss LeClaire's class. There's a little bit difference between the words all right, and all right means feeling fine. And the right side of his whole body is all right.
Very funny.
And our quote of the week, we rise by lifting others. So we feel good when we lift others by saying or doing something kind. We also are good. And that's by Robert Ingersoll.
That's right. It was Kindness Week last week. Okay, our success strategy this week is to learn one new word each day. You're probably learning more than one word, but I want you to really just focus in on making sure that you use at least one of those new words that you're learning. And you do that by, in conversation, find ways to throw it in, maybe with friends, family, or in class. And in your mind, say, what is my new word today? My new word today is, and pick something and make that your word of the day.
Okay, class attendance. Last week, our best class attendance was Mr. Bibieska's class. One absence only. Great job, you guys. Keep up the good work.
Okay, so we have some weekly awards. From Miss LeClaire's class, we have Long with great focus during instruction, and Genevieve for improved attendance. Great job. We have in Miss Mortel Davis's class, Trenton. He is exceeding time expectations in iReady Reading, iReady Math, and ST Math to improve his reading and math skills. Gael Gutierrez, exceeding time expectations in iReady Reading, iReady Math, and ST Math to improve his reading and math skills. Aiden for exceeding time expectations in iReady Reading, iReady Math, and ST Math to improve his reading and math skills. Arsha for exceeding time expectations in iReady Math and ST Math to improve his math skills. Naomi for increased time in iReady Reading and iReady Math to improve her reading and math skills. And Abigail for increased time in iReady Reading to improve her reading skills. And finally, Miguel Reyes for improved time spent in ST Math to improve his math skills. Excellent, friends.
Great job. Sorry, I put this the last one on the line. Okay, for this week's school-wide shout out for all of our online applications, we've got iReady Reading goal attainment. I don't know if you know this, students, but you in your iReady account, it determines what typical growth would be, like normal, regular growth would be over time in that, whether it's reading or math, or your stretch growth, which is like going above and beyond. So you can see here, and I pulled a couple classes this week to do some celebrations because they had the top improvement this week was Miss Robertson's class. And so in Miss Robertson's class, you've got Kevin, Jesse, Mascherano were the top 4, and they far exceeded their typical growth and their stretch growth. So guys, it's really important to do that iReady. Ladies and gentlemen, it's important to do that iReady because it is helping you develop those skills. And when you meet that stretch growth goal, you're making improvements maybe by a whole grade level or a whole year's worth of growth. So that's really, really important. And that's very exciting to see, you guys. Congratulations. And then for Mr. Briviesa's class, also very, very high. You've got Angel, Jose, and Brian. You guys not only met and exceeded your typical growth, but also your stretch growth. And that's very, very exciting. So keep it up, guys. Pay attention to that on your personal weekly monitoring.
Okay, so I chose for the PE awards this week. In the lower grades, we had Ernesto and Xavier from Miss Ibarra's class. And then in the upper grades, I chose Anthony and Maria from Miss Delgado's class. I'm so proud of you. Please keep up the good work. All right, good morning, Edison Eagles. We are here to talk about water. So as you see here, I have 3 bottles of water. They are all 16-ounce size, which is a pretty standard size I see most kids drink. And I have some pictures of some kids enjoying water here as well. So from the time you wake up in the morning, the time you go to bed, this is how much water you should drink based on your age. If you are 4 to 5 years old, you want 2 of those 16-ounce bottles every day. Remember, not right away, not at the same time, just from the time you wake up till when you go to bed. Okay, if you are 6 to 7 years old, you're going to want 3 of those 16-ounce bottles. And if you're 8 to 12 years old, you will have 4 of those 16-ounce bottles. Now, remember, bottles come in different sizes, cups, mugs, however you're drinking, it's different sizes. So please know that this is just based on that 16-ounce size. If your bottle's bigger, you might need like 1 bottle. If your bottle's smaller, you might need more than this recommended amount. So just pay attention, drink plenty of water, and I hope you enjoy it. I love water.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Coach Thies. I could definitely stand to drink more water in the day. It's really important to stay hydrated, everyone. Okay, so remember, what is your good idea this year, this month, this week? I wanted to share with you an example of a student who, when she was 10 years old, she started a nonprofit called Bag of Books. She was only 10 years old. I think that's about 4th grade. And her goal was to get books into the hands of other kids during the summertime because they might not have access to books. So she ended up ultimately collecting and donating and making sure kids had 120,000 books. That's pretty exciting. So what's your good idea? And here are our announcements for this week. Don't forget social hour with Miss Mendez on Wednesdays from 1 to 2. College Wear Wednesday, of course, we're just trying to get you in the spirit of thinking about colleges, even from a young age. And our phase 1 extended starts today. So if you received a call or a notification from either your teacher, from me, or our front office, you're invited, and your times probably changed or your days changed to extend Monday through Friday. And we're trying to get more kids here as we're able in a safe way. I'm going to post a specific or special notification so parents understand all the safety precautions that we have in place. But know that if you've gotten contacted, you're invited. We'd like an RSVP to make sure you can get your spot. Okay, and COVID testing is going to be starting March 4th here at Edison, and it's only every other Thursday. So March 4th, and then not March 11th, but March 18th, and then every 2 weeks. So if you would like to be having a COVID test, if you'd like to make an appointment, I don't think Edison's link is live right now to be able to make an appointment, but you can come to the front office and get a packet, which is a consent form. Okay, so get that consent form and have your parent fill it out if either you as a student are able to be eligible for testing, not the parents at this time, just the students. So if your parent wants you to get tested, we need that packet filled out. And then as soon as the link is live, I'll be sure to share it on Dojo so you can sign up for a time. Okay, and with that, have a great week, Eagles.
Hold your head as high as you